What is up? It's Andy. It's Thursday. We got that full slate of NHL games, and you know what that means. We're taking on the house over at No House Advantage, where we're going to be trying to make 21 times our money. That's what Versus the House offers you. If you pick 5 player props correctly in this Versus the House contest, you make 21 times your money. It's the best odds offered on 5-player parlays. So if you haven't taken part in it, don't know what you've been waiting for, No House Advantage is player props and fantasy. They make it very simple to use. They show you the picture of a player, and then you pick the over or under on a player prop associated with that player. So if we get 5 right, we make 21 times our money. We're going to be making picks in the NHL, but you don't have to make all NHL picks. You can make 3 from the NHL, 2 from the NBA, or 2 from the NHL, 2 from MLB, 1 from NBA. You can mix and match, but if you get 5 right, you make 21 times your money. And if you go to No House Advantage using the link in the description of this video that you are currently watching, they're going to match your first deposit up to $100. So why don't we take a look at some of these games, and we'll give you some of these picks. So this Devils-Rangers game, as I said on the other Odd Shopper channel video today, it's a huge game. I think it basically implies who's going to end up with home ice in that first round matchup between these same two teams. I think the Devils are going to be highly motivated in this one. Not sure if they're going to win or not, but after that loss against the Islanders, they've had a couple of days to sit on that. They haven't been traveling. They've been sitting at home waiting to get on the ice for their next game, which happens to be a massive one. I think they're going to come out shot out of a cannon in this one. Don't know if that means they're going to win, but I do think they're going to be getting a bunch of pucks to the net, especially early, which is why I'm going to take the over on Igor Shesterkin saves. This is a high number. Normally, this is a number I would be scared to take. Actually, I'm still a little scared to take it, but I do think it's the right play in this one. I think the Devils are going to be really going all out early, and I think Igor is going to have to make a bunch of saves to keep the Rangers in it early, which I do anticipate him doing, so I'm going to take the over 30.5 saves for Igor Shesterkin. Now, looking at that Washington-Tampa Bay game, when looking at the players given to choose from, I think the best prop that they have available is the over 2.5 shots for Steven Stamkos. We know that he rips one-timers on the power play, but in these last 3 or 4 games, they stack the top line. It's Kucherov, Point, and Stamkos. You have 2 great passers along with Stamkos, who's a great shooter. They gave him the lowest shot total on No House Advantage, so I'm going to take advantage of that slight advantage on No House Advantage by choosing Stamkos from the bunch. So give me the over 2.5 shots on goal for Steven Stamkos. Moving on from there, I'm going to look at that Edmonton Kings game where Edmonton, they'll score on you, but they'll also concede. They'll go back and forth. It could be a 7-6 game. When you look at their over-unders, it's usually 7.5 now. That's how wild those games are. So what does that mean? That means show me a player, give me a key piece of that game on either side to register a point, and I'm going to be tempted to take the over, and that's why I'm going to go over on Adrian Kempe. After that game against Calgary, where they only put up 1 after that really successful streak that they had, or that lengthy homestand where they put up a ton of goals. How many did they score against St. Louis? Like 8? I'm looking for them to get back to their scoring ways. Don't know if they're going to win or not, but this game, it could have a lot of chances being traded throughout. And if the Kings are to get on the board, I think that Kempe is likely to be amongst those names you'll see on the score sheet. So give me over half of a point for Adrian Kempe. Now, lastly, I'm going to look at the Golden Knights San Jose Sharks game. Now, these Knights, they've been sitting at number 1 in the West for quite a while now, but now they have a couple teams nipping right at their heels. They need these wins, but regardless, that's more of a how the game's going to play out standpoint. All standings aside, all wins and losses aside, the top line of the Vegas Golden Knights has been extremely productive since they've been put together, and ever since the Golden Knights traded for Barbashev, you've seen Marchessault scoring a bunch, Jack Eichel continuing his production, and they've introduced Barbashev to that line. They have some great chemistry going. Of those 3, who do we have available to us to register half of a point or over half of a point? That's Ivan Barbashev, and I'm going to take that against the San Jose Sharks, and that will conclude the picks that I have for you. But if you need more, you need some more guidance, you can go over to Stokastic.com, where they offer optimal lineups, projections, and all sorts of content for these No House Advantage contests. But if you get 5 right, you're going to make 21 times your money, and that is what I wish for you on this Thursday night, all right? Good luck, and subscribe to the Odd Shopper channel here. We give out these No House Advantage picks every Tuesday and Thursday, which means I will be back with you on Tuesday. See you then.